Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq, coming to you live from the Singapore Fintech Festival. Joining me for this segment, we have Stella Lim, Chief Operating Officer at Partior, to discuss cross-border payments and opportunities for financial integration. Stella, it's great to see you have you. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thanks, Jill. Thank you for having me today at this event and opportunity to speak with you.
All right, and we're glad to have you with us. Let's talk about some of the payment pitfalls of this era. What are some of the trends associated with cross-border payments?
Sure. I think we have seen how the liquidity has made changes being accessible in the market itself. What you have seen today is a lot about, in the industry, talking about tokenized deposit, tokenized asset, digital and non-digital. So it is all about having a technology to be able to support the business itself, accessible to the liquidity. So a lot of financial institutions currently is looking at how they can really innovate in this space to support new products in the market, to serve the demand of the market, looking at faster, better, more transparent, and also more accessible into the data, the information itself that they can look into it. So currently, DLT is really the solutions and way forward to go. Many banks have actually looked into, more than 40% of them agree that technology challenge is the way that they have to integrate into multiple different systems. And 50% is even more challenging when they look into real-time payment systems. So bridging between the traditional finance and also the innovation side, what they really need to look at how to integrate and coexist the traditional finance and the new way forward. We can't totally replace the traditional finance right now. It's really to look into the fiat currency will continue to be there, and also the future digital currency like CBDC, stable coins, bank coins will also exist in the market. It is a way to look at how to coexist. It's going to be another few years, a period where they will need to interoperable and integrate together.
What about opportunities for financial integration amidst what we're seeing is increased fragmentation?
Yeah. So what we see today is a lot of frictions and fragmentations around the different markets and also in different countries because of different standards has been around in the markets, whether you have traditional. Hence, the market really needs to come together to collaborate, to talk about a standardized version, the ISO standards that the industry has been adopting together, and also for the markets, whether private or public, to come together to collaborate. I believe that the policy maker, the regulators, must also allow the space for innovations, but at the same time looking into the controllable environment, not to stop innovations, to bring the beneficials to the industry to continue to innovate. Because, for example, a multi-CBDC could be a solution to a lot to the growing market of tokenized asset, looking into liquidity itself. Coming back, all this technology exists is because to support how the markets needs to have accessible into liquidity and how they can have accessible to new products, new innovations, looking into coins, tokenized asset. A lot of countries are talking about how to build their CBDC domestically, and how Partior has been born as a unified ledger is really to solve the fragmentations of the market, where we can interoperable into various domestic products itself, how a programmable 24/7, always on, composable, to bring all the cash and asset together.
What about modernizing legacy payment systems?
Well, banks has existed around for many decades to support the traditional finance and systems itself. So a lot of them believe that in the journey in the journey to modernizations, there's a lot of disruptions coming from non-bank financial institutions, or where they're coming out with a lot of innovative ideas to serve the market itself. So in that modernization journey, a lot of banks are looking into, or financial institutions, including the regulators, are looking into how they can harmonize traditional finance and also the decentralized finance, DLT technology together. So it's still a journey together to coexist, and how the markets will really need to come together to talk about collaborations, technology. It is not a reinvent of the wheel.
Right.
It has to be enhanced on top of it to coexist for a short while. It has to look into multiple various phase approach and design, because to be honest, the blockchain technology is not an overnight design, it's not a plug and play. it has to go into a phased approach where it slowly integrates into various different systems to coexist for a while. And then thirdly is really to talk to all the policy regulators together to put around a supporting framework in the market. It has to come down as a community because one person alone, it can do very fast, but it cannot go very far.
Right, and that's a great point that you make. So where does Partior fit into this ecosystem?
Yeah, so Partior, our global unified ledger, is really transforming the financial market infrastructure where we really integrate into various country different domestic systems and also helping the bank to integrate into to support their tokenized assets, tokenized deposit, digital and non-digital cash and currency. So we support commercial bank money and also the central bank money itself. So all these built on top of our platform where we allow the traditional assets and new assets to be together, integrate into the financial institution systems and also cross-border transactions itself. Today we are live on cross-border payments transactions. We are going live with FX PVP in next quarter, and we will also have other products on the roadmap to support securities delivery versus payments and also enterprise liquidity management. So this is to support our customers, to serve their customers in this space of financial institutions.
All right, Stella, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on
Thank you
Trade
for your
Talks.
time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining me from the Singapore Fintech Festival. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.